There we go. Now we'll have our recording ready for those of you that could not come to the class. And I want to say that I completely understand. Some people work at night. Some people have other obligations. And it's perfectly fine to watch the recording and summarize it to get your point. Welcome to BUS 2213. This is Principles of Business. And after I looked over my class roster, I noticed I have several returning students from Leadership Development. So welcome back, and hello to all my new students. I see lots of new names that I've never seen before. My name is Shani Snell. I am sort of filling in as an AOS instructor, and I am also the Early Childhood Education instructor at CCC. And I know I have at least one or two ECE majors in here. So welcome. You guys will be seeing me soon after you finish your AOS classes. So I'm glad you're here. Real quick, here's the class description. Principles of Business will teach students the basis for business operations and professionalism with an emphasis on entrepreneurship and the risk and rewards of starting their own business or improving business processes in an existing business. We'll also be talking about the importance of working in groups, and making effective presentations will also be explored. So that's our course description. I always like to start off with a little bit of an overview and an announcement time so that we can talk about some of the things going on in class. First of all, this is our first week of our 4-week class. We'll be going from September 7th to October 4th. So we start on a Monday and end on a Sunday, just as most classes do. New weeks always begin on Monday. However, you're welcome to work ahead in the class. You're welcome to post early discussion board initial postings or mine. And then just wait until closer to the due date to respond to fellow students so that you can have a little bit more of a dialogue. In this class, you probably noticed that we have Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday due dates in the week, so you do sort of touch base 3 times during the week. We get Stephanie's name written down. Hi, Stephanie. So that you can get our points written in. Go to your due date calendar, and I sent one of those to you in the email. That's okay, Stephanie. I understand. I completely do. Computers are awesome and horrible all at the same time. So I sent you a due date calendar in the email, your welcome email. And if you didn't receive that, please send me an email, and I'll get one to you because I think they're very handy to print out and then check off as you complete assignments. If you're like me, you get busy in your week, and maybe sometimes you think you did something and you didn't. It's easy to forget, so if you haven't checked off on your calendar, it's much easier. For those of you that are returning from Leadership Development, I hope you've noticed that we made a little bit of a change in the format of the class. You no longer have Tuesday, Thursday discussion boards. We're now going to just a Tuesday discussion board, and then you have Tuesday, Thursday assignments and Saturday assignment due date as well. So I think that's gonna hopefully, I know, right, Casey? I think that will help sort of take a little bit of the pressure off, because to me, the Tuesday and Thursday discussion boards can sometimes feel a little rushed, right? Kaylee's happy too. Good. So this was actually, they decided to change it in the business department, and I was more than happy to go along with it. So let me know how you like this format. It's a little bit better. Good. Okay, Stephanie knows too. Wonderful. You like it already? Good. It really is, because it's easy to work on assignments, and get those turned in. post and trying to respond to your classmates, yeah, it definitely is. It's kind of stressful. And I've noticed that as an instructor as well, because we're required to, be a part of it as well, and it's hard. So I hope that's a positive format change. I hope you enjoy it. Also, take your quizzes and exams. That's why you're eating chocolate, because you're happy, right? What are we yaying about? Oh, Samantha. I forget. Are you the one that can't hear? That's right, because that's the plug being stuck in your computer. No. I'll type it in so that you can see it. No, Thursday. Okay, good. I'm glad you saw it. Okay, so be sure to take your quizzes and exams before your due date, because the quizzes and exams are two things that disappear on the due date. Assignments, you're welcome to turn in late. It's 10% off per day late, so you want to try to get those in ASAP to get maximum points. But the quizzes and exam, it's very important that you get those in before your due date, before midnight. That's usually on Saturday nights at midnight that you need to have those done. Also, contact me if you have any questions, and communication is one of the most important things. If I receive an email from you that something's going on in your life, I will definitely consider that as far as when you're turning things in or giving you a few extra days. Uh-oh, I'm cutting out that again, Eva. Sorry. Let me slow down for a minute. I'm going to switch slides. Oh, and no, if you make the live lecture, you don't need to do a summary. That's only if you miss it. So don't worry about it. You're here, and during the live lecture, I just write everyone's name down that's here, and then I give you your points. No problem. And then it's only if you miss a live lecture that you need to turn in the summary for your points, right? And Haley, when did the exams change from 1 to 10? Well, that's just a preference depending on the instructor. I'm a fan of giving second chances. So I think it's actually a learning experience to take an exam and then take it again. It really just helps back up the information that you've learned. So yes, you can take it twice, and you will get the highest grade that you've earned. So don't worry about having you say, okay, good. And, in my ECE classes, I give unlimited attempts even, because I want you to make the highest points that you can on those and just learn more each time. So a goal without a plan is just a wish. And that's sort of our precursor to talking about our final project in this class. And I know you're going, wait a minute, it's only week 1. But I like to begin a course with the end in mind so that you sort of know what's going to happen. I love final projects instead of final exams because I think you often learn so much more from them. So our final project for this class in week 4 is going to be you writing a business plan. And it needs to be related to your core program. So what are you majoring in? Why are you coming to college? What do you plan to do when you graduate? And I want you to think about that. Cheetle, let me see. Get you down. I hope that's the last thing that I'll be able to look you up. If not, I'll need to have your name, your real name, so that I can get you your points in the textbooks, okay? So, you're going to write a business plan, and I thought we really need to talk about this pretty in depth because I don't want you to be overwhelmed by it when you get into week 4. Week 1 would be a great time to start doing a little planning for this. So, you can already see, let me get my blackboard pointer out here. You can always already see right here, if you've already taken Introduction to Marketing, you may use the same business idea. However, those items need to be improved upon and added to. So you can build on that assignment, but you cannot use the exact same assignment. Okay? So be sure if you're doing that you are making big improvements to it. So you're going to pick a business. It might be a business for a product. It might be a business for a service. It needs to be related to your core program. You're going to do a little research about it. Specifically, read page 110 in your textbook. And then if you go to our course page, these three sources, Small Business Administration, Business Plan Outline, and How to Write a Business Plan, are all listed. There's a link to these websites. So be sure and this week think about what type of business you'd like to write a business plan for, and please go to these resources and look over how to write a business plan. Now when it comes to writing the actual business plan, I want you to follow the format that's set forth in this assignment in the grading rubric, as opposed to how it's set up on the website, but you can use the website as a resource. Okay? The project, you're going to use the following rubric for each part of the business plan, and let's go ahead and click over to that. You need to submit the business plan as a PowerPoint or using Google Slides as well. And if you've never used Google Slides, I'd be glad to help you out with that as well. So here's the grading rubric. Now, you may not be able to see this very well, especially if you're using a smaller laptop or tablet. So a copy of this is on our course page. Uh-oh, my voice is gone. That makes me sad, Haley. Let me see, I think I've got it turned up all the way. This is my thinking phase. Can anybody else hear me? You can hear me okay, Ann? I came back. Okay, good. It's making me think that we have a little bit of a lag. Maybe that's what's going on. Every other word. Oh, I'm sorry, Tanisha. That's miserable. I hope it corrects itself soon. And what that means, yeah. Okay. So I guess I'd like for you to just look at this right now. Look at our grading rubric, and that way I won't even have to talk too much. If you look at the components, the grading rubric is also located on our course page. If you look under week 4, final project, there's one right there as well. So you can print it out. Casey, that would be great. I agree. You know, surely they have that. I'll have to look into it. Okay, so be sure to look at the grading rubric on our course page under final project. It really just breaks it down into what all needs to be there. You're going to come up with a company name, an executive summary, and these websites and the book will help you write that. You're going to come up with company objectives, a mission statement, the type of formation, which is discussed in Chapter 6 in your book. And you'll notice we get the point values broken down over here as well. 5 points, 5 points, 5 points. Then let's go down to product and services. Now let me write down a couple more names so I can get my points in here. Caitlin's here. Yay! Caitlin and Taylor. Wonderful. You can zoom into it. That's an idea. If you hit Control and plus, you should be able to zoom in. Control and your plus button. Or there may be a zoom on the page as well. Okay, you're going to choose if it's going to be a product or a service, naming that. You're going to talk about your product or services competitive advantages, meaning what have you provided that makes it better than what other people provide. You're also going to choose an ideal location for that. So you might sort of describe the neighborhood or the city that you would like your product or service to be sold in. You're going to do a short market analysis by doing a little research about what's out there already. You're going to find two main competitors. Oh, did it work, Stephanie? Good. Good deal. You're going to find two main competitors with their strengths and weaknesses. And now, I want you to please notice that the market analysis is worth 20 points. So you want to focus on that. Next, your management summary, the list of jobs and positions and skills for each. An organizational chart. And you'll also have at least 5 sources cited. And your slides should be visually appealing and use some color. You don't want it to be too overwhelming though. You don't want to get too busy with the graphics and the color that it takes away from the actual presentation. So I want you to sort of pretend like you're really starting this business and you're taking this PowerPoint to the bank and you're describing to them what's so wonderful about your proposed business and you're selling it to them. So really think about these. Oh, I froze again. Let me try one thing really quick. I'll be right back, guys. I promise I'm not disappearing. Okay, I'm back. Let me know. Did that help any? Am I still freezing up? Is my voice maybe a little bit better? It's a little better, Ann? Okay, good. Okay, good. But it still sounds the same for Tanisha. Okay. Okay, I hope it's better. Good. And you're going to laugh at what I just did to make it better. I turned off the washer and dryer. I know that sounds crazy, but one night one of my children was using the microwave, and it caused my live lecture to really cut out. So I thought, well, I'll see if this works. So sure enough, if all else fails, turn off the washer and dryer. Live and learn. I do live in the country, Casey. Yeah, I live in Fairland, Oklahoma, and we've actually got some of the best internet for country internet. We paid for the high dollar stuff to hopefully get it to work a little bit better. But I live on about 5 acres, and I've told some of my other students before that I have kind of a mini farm. So we have chickens and goats, and I absolutely love it, and my mini pigs. You need to meet her someday. So, so there's definitely, exactly, and there's definitely advantages to living in the country. It's so great, but yes, sometimes the internet can be a challenge. So I hope, next time I won't try to do the wash while I'm doing this. Okay, so your business plan. I don't want you to be overwhelmed by this. I want you to think that, first of all, as we go back through this week by week, you're going to be learning about each of these items. So don't look at this and go, oh my gosh, I can't do this already. You can do this. We just have to do it step by step, and we're going to talk about it some more. Here is a quick shot. The Small Business Administration is one of the links that is underneath the final project directions on our course page. This is a fantastic resource. You'll notice it takes you straight to starting and managing a business, and it does have an article on create your business plan. So this will be a great resource when you're putting together your own business plan. This is one of the pages that I'd like for you to go to this week if possible. Just sort of browse around on it and read a few articles so that you feel a little better about what our project is going to be. Okay, next, week 1, final project goal. So by the end of this week, by Sunday, I would like for you to have chosen what your product or service is going to be for your business plan. What do you sell? How does it benefit your customers? What is the product life cycle? These are just some things to think about. Maybe it's not a product. Maybe you've chosen a service. For instance, if any of you are in the barbering school or learning how to do a massage, those are going to be services that you are offering. So you can set up your business plan around what you are majoring in, what your core is. I want it all to be tied together. So this week, choose your product or service and go to the suggested website. And that's how we eat the elephant. One bite at a time is how we eat the elephant. So it's not a huge thing to do in week 4. Just try to do it a little bit at a time. So first, real quick, the difference between a product and a service. I know you guys will have lots of ideas for me here in just a minute. So a product is tangible, a service is intangible. A product is storable. A service is generally perishable because you're not actually handling anything. With a product, it's pretty easy to control quality. With a service, it really depends on what you're coming into, who you're dealing with, what the situation is. There's many more variables on quality. With a product, you can measure the output. With a service, you measure the outcome, how happy was the customer. A product is very easy to repeat. age. As the baby boomers age, we're seeing joint replacement more and more. That's right. And it's important that they last longer because we live longer. Oh, Haley, so for your business plan, what's something that you would like to offer? Do you have in mind a product or a service you would like to offer for your business plan? We're just kind of coming up with ideas for what you might write your business plan for. Medical billing service? Yes, exactly. In Caroline. Oh, fabulous, yes. Again, getting more and more important as we age. Now, Tanisha, on the medical billing service, would you want to do that from home or from a business? Medical claims auditing, yeah. And so much growth in the medical field right now. Very good. Scrapless models. Oh, that would be so great, David. Yes. Do they have those? Do they have scrapless models? Oh, Tanisha, the question was, would you want to work from home or from a business? Oh, so they do have them. They do have them, but they're very expensive. Yeah, that would be a great thing to be able to help give to families. Wow. Oh, and the Dr. Brown model. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. A workout, yes. So a workout program, Erin, or do you mean like a DVD or a place to go work out? A workout program you can download, a workout app. There's so many different options there, right? I don't know whether to put it as a product or a service. I'll put it as a product. Oh, it's 72. Let's do that. Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's okay, Caitlin. I'm sorry. It's so laggy tonight. And teacher wants to do it from home. Okay, Erin DVD. I'm getting caught up now. Work with doctors to provide free services in 4 countries. Yes, that would be great. Desiree, yes, we would like it to be connected to your core program. So we want that to really tie together to help give you an idea of what you may be able to do after you graduate. And I know not everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. Oh, I see new ideas down here too. Scrap material, the different things. Oh, wow, Casey, that would be great. Yes, so yeah, we want you to be able to maybe use this. And you know, most people that take on the role of entrepreneur are sort of thrust into it for one reason or another. I never imagined myself starting a business when I was younger, but after my children were born, I needed a way to be able to stay at home and be there for my kids. And I started several different businesses just for that purpose. So some of the things that I did was I had a at-home daycare that then went on to we built a dog downgraded to a smaller house so that I could continue to stay at home. And then I started cleaning people's homes, but I made my own cleaning products from all natural products because I wanted it to be a little bit different, a little bit better than what other people offered. And the same thing went with my dog boarding facility. We sent pictures via email to dog moms and dads while they were on vacation, way before that was popular. Even before you could take pictures with your phone, we were taking pictures with digital cameras, downloading to the computer, and sending pictures of their pets while they were away. So we have always sort of had our eyes on the future of making things just a little bit better than what's the current norm. So you may or may not be an entrepreneur one day, but the important thing we have is that we want you to be prepared for it just in case. And maybe have this business plan down in case you do have that opportunity. So let me see, Casey had scrub material, no stains. Okay, great. So anyway, you guys are getting the idea of some of the things that you might do, and you don't have to have it set in stone tonight, but I want you to start thinking about it and throw around a few ideas in your mind, maybe even ask your friends what they think about your idea, because that's a great place to get feedback, and then sort of start the process of planning your business plan. What else? Businesses like babies and books need nurturing, time, energy, love, planning, and yes, money to develop, grow, and to prosper. You know how I like quotes, those of you that were in my last class. Like how they have cameras now that you can watch a live video feed of your pet. Exactly, Desiree. If I would have been, if I were doing my dog and cat boarding facility now, I would totally use a real-time video so that they could see what their pet's doing. I love that, and beyond that, I love that they use that in regular daycares as well now with your children, so that you can log on and see what the kiddos are doing and see what their environment is like. Yes. And I think I said, Haley, oh, that it was so hard to find those. Yes. Fantastic. You guys are so fast, I couldn't even keep up with your conversations in the chat box. Okay, chapter 1, let me check real quick. It's 8:38. Goodness, we've already spent about 40 minutes of our class time. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to have a really quick run through of the highlights of chapter 1, and then we'll have a short question and answer period, and I'll let you guys go because we do need to sign out a little bit before 9 o'clock so that the next class can come in. Blackboard is sort of like an online classroom, but we can only use it one class at a time. So, chapter 1, some of the trends right now. The median household income in the U.S. is roughly $50,000. Now, I don't know if you can tell down here, but this is from 2010, so this is actually 5 years old. That amount may be a little bit higher, not much. The top 40% of Americans earn 75% of the money. 4 in 10 kids are born to single moms. Let me get my pointer out again. Let's see the sunshine. There we go. By 2010, birth rates have dropped to an all-time record low. We're having smaller families. 60% of Americans now live in the South and the West regions. So we are still sort of migrating. And 26% of men make 6 or more cell phone calls a day. Now, all of these facts have to do with things related to business and money and how times are changing. You guys got there, what they did, the products that they sold, and a little bit about their work ethic as well. So we want to instill in you a little entrepreneur spirit. Business basics. A business is any activity that provides goods and services in an effort to earn a profit, right? Nonprofit organizations focus more on the cause, and it says not the profit. But the fact is, even if it's a nonprofit, a profit still has to be involved, at least a small amount, so that the business, the nonprofit business, can continue to grow, can improve, can reach out maybe to more people than they did in the previous year. So there's still, whether it's profit or nonprofit, there does have to be a little profit involved. The business is doing good for nonprofits. Business-like establishments whose primary goal is nonprofits, about 1 out of 10 workers work for nonprofit agencies. Now, it's pretty broad using that term, though. I know we think of agencies that are raising money, maybe to help out low-income families, maybe to help out children. But, you know, colleges and universities are also considered nonprofit businesses. Hospitals, most hospitals are also considered nonprofit businesses. So a lot of people work for them. They definitely contribute to the economy, and they work with other businesses that help improve the quality of life. I think a good example of that is in this last week at CCC and Clarity Sage and OTC. They've been collecting socks. I don't know if you guys have seen the emails on that, but they're trying to collect socks for veterans because that's one of the lowest donated items that is most needed. So the last time I checked, they were up to around 600 pairs of socks, and their goal is to get 1,000 to donate. So that's great. Profit is the financial reward that comes from starting and running a business. Now, I want you to pay attention to the difference. Profit, the money that a business earns in sales or revenue minus your expenses. So you still have to pay employee salaries, you have to pay your overhead, you have to pay for the raw product if you're building something. So profit is the financial reward, but it is after you've taken out your expenses. A little bit of the history of business. If we go way back to the Industrial Revolution, we were really focused on mass production. If you look up here, we've got this car assembly line, a Model T, I think, where they were assembling the cars in the factories, really focusing on efficiency. Then we had the entrepreneurship era, where we had more people becoming industrial titans, creating wealth, maybe exploiting their workers a little bit. The production era was still assembly line, refining products, trying to decrease costs, but really had no customer focus. Then we moved into the marketing era, where the consumers grabbed a little bit of the power. We have a growth in the importance of consumers and consumerism and the study of consumers. And we really started focusing on them. And then in the last, this is what we're considered in currently, the relationship era. We want to build long companies mainly focus on customer satisfaction. We want to build long-term relationships. We want to provide a product or a service that is of value. Cheap doesn't necessarily equal value, right? We've all bought the cheap stuff before that falls apart. And customer satisfaction equals profitability. We want them to come back, right? The social environment, currently, we're getting more and more diverse. We have an aging population, and in fact, the market for customers over the age of 60 right now is booming like crazy. So, retired persons are a great demographic to think about in starting a business. They have the money, they have the time, and they are aging and need new services and products. We have rising worker expectations to succeed, and we have growing ethics and social responsibility. We're thinking more and more about what we're putting out there into the world. Right here, the exhibit 1.4, I believe this is from your book, the U.S. population estimates. I think this is very interesting as far as how our world is changing. If you look at this graph, blue signifies the percent from 2005. Orange is 2050, so a little ways down the road. More and more people are make up about 12% of the population now, or in 2005, about 19% in 2050, so a little bit of a growth there. White people, 40%, 67% in 2005. That number is going to decrease to about 47% by 2050. I think you'll see eventually that we will just be even all the way across. We really don't have so much exact national recognition anymore. I have a little Irish in me, but do I consider myself Irish? No. I have more Native American than anything. But it seems like we're becoming more and more of a melting pot, as America's always been. And so I think these graphs are going to slowly level out. We're going to see rises and some and decreases in others. So that's how the world is changing. Ethnic population can offer robust profit potential. Specifically, we can talk about foods and services that people from other countries are coming to America and they want to find those same items here as well. Investments in the Hispanic market have a $4 return for every $1 spent, and that's a wonderful return. A diverse staff can yield a powerful competitive advantage. If you have people on your staff that speak more than one language, you can service more customers, so it's great. I have a real short story. One time I had the opportunity to go to Austria to go snow skiing, and I'd never snow skied before, and I was horrible at it. But we went up on this mountain, and I had a ski instructor, and we were in a big group, and there was probably at least 12 people in this group, and this one ski instructor spoke about 6 different languages. You know, she is from Europe, she's surrounded by other countries, and in order to service more people so that they understand the directions and snowing, sliding down the mountain, then she needed to speak in their language as well. So I was just amazed at how quickly she could go from one language to another right away. So she was definitely an asset to her company. Diversity must be effectively managed, and younger generations leverage diversity even more. So we're looking at the generations coming up. Business environment. So let's just think about these really quick. I think we're almost to the end of our slides, in fact. Okay, think about these really quick. How did the pizza industry respond to the increase in frozen pizza think about that question just for a minute and let me know if you get an answer there. How does the pizza industry respond to the increase in frozen pizza quality? What have you seen out there? Maybe at Walmart, different grocery stores. Oh, I see a lot of people typing. Oh, did they change their mind? What do you think, Casey? How does the pizza industry respond? What did we see happen? Oh, I think they're coming up there with me. Make pizza better and give the customer more options. Yes, that is one. Yep. The price went up. They offer novelty pizzas that you can't find frozen. That's true, Stephanie. Yeah. I think they offered more flavors and made better tasting pizza. I do too. I think everything quality went up a little bit, Dana. Brand pizza like Pizza Hut prices went down. That's right, Casey. They came out with sort of a bargain brand so that you can still buy fresh pizza a little bit cheaper. Little Caesars, $5 a pizza. Yeah, Pizza Hut, $7. Prices went down. Offered monthly specials. Yes. Discount. Yeah, very good. So we actually saw a pretty big reaction. And yeah, to create their own pizzas as well, you see a lot more diversity on the menus now. And so they really did have to compete with this. And you probably noticed in the grocery stores that they had to expand the amount of shelf space they allow for frozen pizzas. Sometimes you'll go into a grocery store and there will literally be a whole aisle of just frozen pizzas. So yes, that made a big difference. How about McDonald's? How did McDonald's respond to Starbucks' morning drive competition? Well, they added coffee to their menu, right? It's not the best, but it will work. McCafe, exactly. And then how did, and cheaper prices, yes, you can get them cheaper again. So how did Starbucks respond to McDonald's? One of the things that they did was they also added a few breakfast items to their menu because they wanted to pull you back. Hey, we don't have just coffee. We also have this $8 breakfast sandwich. Exactly. So, maybe we haven't consciously seen this go on, but it really has been happening. Yes, for $10 before the coffee. So how much technology changed the home phone area code? Well, we really don't even use or notice that so much anymore, do we? My daughter has a, that's funny, Desiree. Yeah, like I said, it's not the best. So it used to be we used phone books and you had a home phone and you had an area code so that you knew Papa Murphy's. Yes, Samantha, that is another one where they build it in front of you. Pretty good. Now I'm hungry. No one wants to use a home phone anymore. You're right. A lot of people have gotten rid of their landlines because landline prices just kept going up. They were as expensive or more expensive than a cell phone. So instead of having both now, a lot of people just use your cell phones. Businesses can be anywhere, so they're really not tied down to that home phone area code anymore. And in fact, yes, that's true, Stephanie, there's options out there. And the ones that you can get well, it's really sort of scooching out AT&T. Um, a friend of my daughter's got in the truck the other day, and I was wanting to call a pizza place on the way home to order pizza, but I was driving, so I brought a phone book with me, and I threw the phone book out back to her and said, would you look up this phone number? She was about 13, 14 years old at the time, and she looked at me with the phone book in her hand and said, how do you use this? She didn't grow up using a phone book. She's grown up using her cell phone and using the internet. And it really made me feel old. But that's just an idea of how things are changing. And of course, after changing websites and software, because we're becoming more and more mobile. In fact, they're predicting that soon phone app services will exceed those of home PCs. So, Ann just came back on too. I have a quick question, guys. Are you having problems with Blackboard taking you off and then you're having to sign back on? Because we ran into that Tuesday night as well. Okay, you just lost the connection. And okay, is it okay for you? Well, good. Tuesday night, I had several different students that were sort of randomly getting kicked off and then they had to come back on. Okay, so we are at the very end here. Let me see. Business and you. We're going to skip right through that one to slide 24. Change before you have to. You have to go with the flow. Don't be an old fogey and refuse to learn new tricks, right? A due date to measure. I sent this to you. This is part of your email. In week 1, we're covering chapters 1, 2, and 3. Your Tuesday due date for discussion 1.1. Responding to 2 peers, and I've graded that one, so you should have your points on that by now. Tuesday, also assignment 1.1. I'm in the process of grading that. I have some done, but some not. Thursday, tonight, assignment 1.2 is due by midnight. Saturday, you need to have taken exam 1. Remember, you have 2 attempts to take that. And by Saturday, if you miss a live lecture, that's when you need to have the summary turned in. However, since you're all here, you've all got your points. So let's hop on down here so that we can get out of this classroom. Are there any questions? Do you have any burning questions in your brain that you really need to have answered? I'd be happy to do it. Silence. Okay, if there's no questions, you guys can get on out of here. If you do have questions, you're welcome to stick around. And if you think of something later, please call or email. Great. It was so nice meeting you guys, and have a good night, okay? Bye, everybody.